Okay, in this video we will continue with equivalence class. Consider a equivalence relation R, capital R, on a set capital A. Okay, consider a equivalence relation R, capital R, on a set capital A. We learned what is equivalence relation, right? So now we are considering R over A. The equivalence class of an element A. So equivalent class is defined for an element A in capital A is a set of elements of A to which element A is related. I'll repeat. The equivalence class of an element small a, element of capital A, is the set of elements of capital A to which element A is related. It is denoted by this symbol. Okay, equivalence class A within square bracket. Let A be the, we'll look into example so that you can understand the definition. Let R be the equivalence relation. A is equal to, we have 4, 5, 6, 7 and equivalence relation R is given by 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 4, 6, 6, 4. Okay, 6, 4. So now, what is equivalent? We will find equivalence class for each and every element here. What is equivalent class of 4, equivalent class of 5, equivalent class of 6, equivalent class of 7? What is equivalent class for 4? 4 is related to 4, then 4 is related to 6. So you have 4, 6 here, okay? Set of all elements that is related to 4 comes in the equivalent class of 4. 4, 6. Then equivalent class of 5. 5 is related to 5. Then there is nothing other than the one pair. So equivalent class consists of only 5. Then equivalent class of 6. You say 6 is related to 6. 6 is related to 4. 6 is related to 6 and 4. So 6, 4. Equivalent class of 7. 7 is related to 7. Only one pair is here. So equivalent class contains 7. Here equivalent class of 4 and equivalent class of 6 are equal. 4, 6, 4, 6. So you can write like this. Equivalent class 4 is equal to equivalent class 6. Okay. So here is the question. Next question. Let R be an equivalence relation on A is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Defined by R is equal to, capital R is equal to 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 6, 7, 7, 6, 8, 9, 9, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 10, 10, 8. Find the equivalence classes of R, hence find the partition of A. So equivalent classes, just now we learned. Equivalent class, we will start with 6, okay, because here it starts with 6, okay, here starts with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for 6, equivalent classes of 6, 6 is related to 6, so you have 6, then 6 is related to 7, so you have 7, then 6 and 7, okay, 6 and 7. Then, so equivalent class of 6 is 6 and 7. So here there is no 7, okay, you can eliminate, you can cancel the 7. Equivalent class of 6 is 6 and 7. Then 7 is related to 7, 7 is related to 6. So 7 and 6 again. Equivalent class of 7 is 7 and 6. Then coming to 8. Equivalent class of 8, 8 is related to 8, 8 is related to 9, 8 is related to 10. So 8, 9, 10. Okay, 8 is related to 8, 9, 10. 9 is related to 9. 9 is related to 8, 10. That's all. So 8, 8, 9, 10. So here it comes 8, 9, 10. So likewise you can find equivalent class for the remaining terms. And what is the partition? Here one more question is here. Find the partition of A. So partition means union should be main set. Right? Union should be main set. Intersection should be empty. We have learned the definition of partition. So from this you can take the partition. We take 6, 7. Okay, 6, 7, then 8, 9, 10. So you can take you can take any partition here. So that is 6, 7, then 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. So likewise P is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So union is the main set, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Intersection is empty. Next question. Give an example of relation R1, R2, R3, R4 on A is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First question. We have to give examples, okay? Give examples of relations. You see R1 is reflexive but not symmetric. Second case, R2 is symmetric and anti-symmetric. R3 is anti-symmetric but not reflexive. R4 is neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric. So solution to the first question, we need a reflexive but not symmetric. What is reflexive? Reflexive means A comma A belong to that relation, right? For all A. We know relation, already we have defined reflexive, symmetry, anti-symmetry, transitive and everything. You can go through the definitions which we have learned earlier. So now reflexive means you see 4 comma 4 should be there. It is here. You can take 5 comma 5. 6 comma 6, 7 comma 7, 8 comma 8. So for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we have all these combination, that is A comma A for all A. For all A it should be there. So it is reflexive but not symmetric. Not symmetric. What is symmetric? We have learned anti-symmetric and symmetric, right? So definition for symmetric. What is symmetric? We have learned A comma B belong to the relation, then implies B comma A also belong to that relation. So let us verify that here. 5 comma 6 is here. Whether 6 comma 5 is here? There is no 6 comma 5. Okay, 6 comma 7 is here. There is no 7 comma 6. Anyway, for the first term itself, we can say it is not symmetric. Symmetric means A comma B belong to R means B comma A also belong to R. 5 comma 6 element of R1 but 6 comma 5 does not belong. Therefore, it is not symmetric. So, this is example for reflexive but not symmetric. Now, coming to the second case, symmetric and anti-symmetric. Symmetric and anti-symmetric. R2, you see 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5, 6 comma 6, 7 comma 7, 8 comma 8. So, here anti-symmetric and symmetric. Symmetric 4 comma 4, A comma B element of R, B comma A is also element of R. So 4 comma 4, A comma B, B comma A is also 4 comma 4. 5 comma 5, A comma B, B comma A is 5 comma 5. 6 comma 6, inverse, that means B comma A is also 6 comma 6. So for all the entries it is here. So this is symmetric. Anti-symmetric means A comma B belong to R, B comma A element of R, then A is equal to B. So here you have A is equal to B cases. Okay, in all the cases A is equal to B, then it is anti-symmetric. Or we can define like this, A comma B belong to R, B comma A does not belong to R. Okay, B comma A does not belong to R. Or if it belongs to R, then they will be equal. Okay, A comma B belong to R, B comma A belong to R, then A is equal to B. That is the only option. 4 comma 4 is here. Again, if you take B comma A, again it is 4 comma 4, right? A comma B is also this one, B comma A is also this one. In this case, A is equal to B. Otherwise, A comma B element of R, but B comma A does not belong to R. That is anti-symmetry. So, this is both symmetry and anti-symmetry. Then third example, R3 is anti-symmetry but not reflexive. Third case, you see 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5, 6 comma 6, 7 comma 7. Yes, this is anti-symmetry because A comma B is here, B comma A is also here. A is equal to B satisfied. Okay, A is equal to B is satisfied. But this is not reflexive because reflexive means you should have 8 comma 8 also. What about A? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reflexive means for all A comma A should be there. So here 4 and 8, 4 is here, 5 is 6, 7. 8 is not there. So it is not reflexive, but this is anti-symmetric. R4 is neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric. So we can take R4 as 5, 4, 6, 7, 7, 8, 4, 5. So symmetric means, what is symmetric? A, B belong to R implies B, A belongs to R. 5, 4, 4, 5 is here. 6, 7, 7, 6 is not here. Okay, 7, 8, 8, 7 is not here. So this is not symmetric. This is not symmetric. Then checking anti-symmetric. What is anti-symmetric? A, B belong to R. B, A belong to R. Then A is equal to B. But here you see 5, 4 is element of R4. 4, 5 is element of R4. So this is not anti-symmetric. Anti-symmetric means A, B related to R. A, B belongs to R. B, A does not belongs to R. So here A, B belongs to R4. Also B, A is element of R4. Therefore this is not anti-symmetric. So we get, okay. So we get the final example as anti-symmetric and symmetric. That means not anti-symmetric and not symmetric. That is R4 is neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric. It is not symmetric and not anti-symmetric. So thus we have given examples to all the 4 cases here.